Hey, you guys, welcome back to All Things Health, where we talk about a lot of things health, added humor, and, all that brainy stuff too, because of course we have to back our stuff up, don't we? I'm your host, Mary Mitchell, and today we are diving into something that lives rent-free in my brain, along with 46 half-done ideas to grocery lists and a reminder for something that I forgot to set. So what are we talking about, my friends? Well, we're talking about ADHD. Hello, you should have guessed it by now. Gosh, this is otherwise known as my child, getting no sleep at night and instead of doing his homework, deciding to make a cardboard coaster because he remembered that his mama don't like rings on the table or the TV trays, and so he woke me up with some cardboard coasters and said, "Here, Mom, now you don't have to worry about those darn rings." And I was proud and disappointed. Proud because, aw, my baby made me coasters. Disappointed because this kid didn't do his homework and he's not sleeping. But it's okay. The proudness kind of won because my baby. Also, when I just open the fridge and stand there and stare at it like it owes me money. I think it does owe me money, actually. And why my entire family can create a whole ADHD support group and then forget to show up. So what is ADHD anyways? For real, ADHD is a neurodevelopmental disorder, which is a fancy way of saying, hey, my brain does not do so well with boring stuff. Or maybe my brain is having a circus, but there's no ringmaster because once again I forgot to show up. There are 3 types of ADHD. The first one is inattentive ADHD, where you're basically there physically, but you're not there mentally. Instead of, listening to your friend talk about taxes, you're daydreaming of the awesomest, most coolest treehouse that you're ever going to build. And you probably are going to start it, but maybe not finish it. At least not for a few years. And then there's the second one, which is hyperactive impulsive, moving around and fidgeting like you got ants in your pants. It's also like interrupting people like it's a sport, and speaking before your brain decided to push file, which means that you don't think before you speak. And then there's the combined type, which is inattentive, hyperactive, impulsive. That's the ADHD cocktail. Drink it up, baby. You're distracted and you're bouncing off the walls. Cheers. And here's a little myth buster for everyone out there. They like to say that ADHD is just a little boy problem. No. This is not just a little boy problem, guys. Come on, get it together. Girls get it. Adults get it. Grandma can even get it. She loses her glasses while they're on her head. And when I say get it, I don't mean it's contagious. It's inherited, okay? It's inherited, meaning it runs in the blood, y'all. The genes, that wonderful mwah that you're born with. You have that ADHD already embedded in you. Some people don't get it until later in life, which I think is like onset ADHD. The point is, anyone can have ADHD. It's not just a little boy's problem. A family heirloom if you must. Is it worth a lot of money? Depends on the therapy. We've got ADHD in the kids, ADHD in the grown-ups, ADHD in the pets. Okay, maybe not the pets. Maybe they're just hyper because they're animals and they have a lot of energy. Genes, baby. That's a type you get to fit your ass into and lay down the button. ADHD is highly heritable, which means if one person in your family has it, there's a decent chance a few more do too. We're talking past assault and the executive dysfunction at Thanksgiving dinner. Along with that family drama, baby. There's always got to be some of it. It's not caused by sugar. It's not caused by TV. It's not caused by Fortnite. And it is not caused by breathing incorrectly near gluten. It's your brain doing backflips when you're supposed to be sitting quietly in class. Well, now let's talk about diagnosis because it's not just a vibe check, y'all. There's a lot that comes to being diagnosed with ADHD. Now, self diagnosis is where you read too many memes on Facebook or Instagram or wherever the hell you're on at the social media site, and suddenly you're like, wait, I thought everyone cried at doing their taxes, or, everyone had 18 tabs opened in their brain, or no, not everyone has those symptoms, so you should probably see a professional. What they'll do is basically ask some questions, they'll give you some forms, and if you're a child, maybe they'll talk to your teachers and have your teachers fill out some forms, and they compare all the different forms that people filled out. If you're an adult, they'll talk to your spouse, and then they'll gently inform you that you're not quirky, you have ADHD, my friend. Maybe you're a little quirky too. And it's not just a quick 5-question BuzzFeed quiz. No, it's not just a test you take online. It's a real evaluation, okay? But once you get it, oh, honey, things start to click. Why, you can never remember to do your homework, but you could remember a random song to a jingle that you heard in 1997. Why you thrive in chaos but fall apart during those quiet times. Why, when your life seems so perfect and calm, and then you just want to go around and cause more chaos because you're used to the drama. And now your to-do list is a collage of sticky notes or written on the back of receipts. Also, a huge shout out to the late diagnosed kings and queens out there. I am one of them. And I was told, just like probably all the other women, that we were just spacey and just way too emotional, damn it. Bring it in. Stop being so damn whiny. Turns out we weren't dramatic, we were just undiagnosed. So you have ADHD. Now what? What do you do? How do you help yourself? Okay, fam. Here's the tea. It's not a fix-it. You can't get rid of the ADHD. You don't just have a quick fix-it. You gotta do some stuff, and you really gotta work with yourself. Here's what can help. Medication, therapy and coaching, learning different tools that you can use and tricks, and also exercise and sleep. Let's go a little bit more in depth for those. Medication can be a game changer. It doesn't fix you. It just makes your brain go, oh, this is what it's like to focus. It doesn't help everyone. I've tried it on my son, 3 different medications, and none of them worked. So we decided to continue with trying to do therapy and learning tricks. And no, it won't turn your kid into a robot. And if it does, then you should probably get some help with that and get them on a different medication. Therapy and coaching can help you untangle your thoughts, or that you can't untangle it. That is now what you're dealing with. And that's what therapy is there for, to untangle it. And then you have tools and tricks, timers, journals, planners, the holy grail of whiteboards. I've got one in my kitchen that says, remind Mary to exist. I'm just kidding. Also, body doubling. And I added a T to the word also. I said also. So also, body doubling. Doing your chores while your friend's hanging out with you and making you laugh, and also sit down and forget you're doing your chores and start trying on clothes and decide to go for a walk, and then your friend has to go home, and then you come back in and you forgot where you were doing it in the first place, so now you got a whole other mess to clean up. If your friend helps you clean, she is freaking awesome. My best friend always helped me clean. I miss her. Shout out to you, Jam. And last but not least, with that list I just listed, we have exercise and sleep. Running a block around your house might be able to get that extra energy out. Going for a bike ride can also help too. Make sure that if you can't sleep, take something that might be able to help you, like melatonin. If you get nightmares from melatonin, maybe have some tea, sleepy time tea, or CBD. I don't know. You can look it up. Weed is legal nowadays. Maybe have a gummy with some weed in it. I don't know. But whatever it is, I'm not telling you to have weed, by the way. I'm just saying if that's going to help you and you're over 21, might as well try it. Here's the deal. ADHD is exhausting, okay? Not everyone is able to handle it. That's why some people, when they have ADHD, have a small crowd, or sometimes they go into the wrong crowd, because those people will tolerate them because they know that they can probably get you to do a lot of stuff. And there are some of those people who have ADHD that's able to function very highly and maintain friendship with people who don't want to get you in trouble. It's unpredictable. It's also, it's kind of amazing. It's like, I don't want to, it's like a high energy for free. But don't forget, during that high energy, you have like 50 things you're trying to do at once. And you probably only finish 2 of them after a week or 2 or a month. So yes, we lose our keys daily. Yes, we have deep conversations at midnight and forget what we were saying mid-sentence. But we're also creative. We're passionate. We're very loving. We have very much humor. We have great imagination. And we are relentless. Relentless problem solvers, that is. Having ADHD does not make you broken. It means you're built different for different adventures. Probably better ones. You're not late. You're just on ADHD standard time. So if someone in your family is riding that ADHD roller coaster, well, welcome to the family. We've got fidget toys, color-coded systems we never stick to, and 37 text messages we fully meant to respond to, but didn't. You're not lazy. You're not too much. You're brilliant. You're wired differently. Guess what? Different doesn't mean defective. It means you're dynamite, baby. ADHD is where you like start a conversation and then you're like, wait, what were we talking about? Honestly, it kind of reminds me of a stoner. Not that that's a bad thing, but forgetting things sucks. I have ADHD, which means when someone says remember to, I already forgot. Don't ask me to remember anything for you. I can barely remember to do anything for me. I don't lose things, okay? I just strategically place them in places I will never find them again. It's called the scavenger hunt for Mary. And I don't procrastinate, okay? I prioritize my panic. People with ADHD don't get distracted. We just take extremely scenic routes to the point. Enjoy the ride. Rude. ADHD is like trying to herd cats while riding a unicycle, on a roller coaster, during a fireworks show. And somehow the cats are doing better than you are. And I don't have a short attention span, okay? Oh, there's a fly in the house. I need to go get the fly swatter. You say multitasking. I say creative management. Creative chaos management. Whatever, same difference. ADHD. Because who just wants one hobby anyways? Having ADHD in the family is never boring, so just don't get me wrong. You get people who are spontaneous, impulsive. You get surprises, and you get plenty of those, wait, what were we talking about? Wait, where's my other shoe? Mom! Honestly, it's like living in a sitcom with a laugh track on repeat, which is totally fine because at least we're laughing, right? Parent with ADHD is like being a magician. Here, let me make your shoes disappear while I get my coffee. Who moved the coffee again? How about some jokes about rage and anger in ADHD and maybe a little bit of impatience too? Because it's not always, rainbows and... My ADHD isn't it doesn't have a fuse, it has a spark. In a fireworks factory. I don't mean to yell. If one person leaves an empty carton of milk in the fridge one more time, I might throw the whole fridge away. Like calmly, but dramatically. My kid was asking for a snack while I was already making a snack. I nearly filed an emancipation for myself out of my own family. Ever see someone mad because they lost something that they were holding in their own hand? Hi, I'm someone. Don't ask me to wait. My ADHD turns 5 minutes into, oh shit, I'm being held hostage. I'm not mad. I'm urgently overwhelmed with unexpected and unmet expectations. ADHD meltdowns aren't always loud. Sometimes they can look like me aggressively whispering, "I'm fine," while slamming drawers with unnecessary intensity. My kid's ADHD rage is like a thunderstorm, sudden loud over something small, and leaves his video game stuff scattered like debris in its wake. ADHD tantrums come with surround sound, dramatic exits, and bonus material if there's an audience. Finding out on all things health ADHD version, baby. Reminding you to laugh through the mess and love your brain the way it is. And please check the fridge for your car keys. Catch y'all next week. Have a great week.